Friends, I am Professor S.B. Devre, Department of Soil and Water Conservation Engineering from KKWA College of Agriculture Engineering and Technology, Nashik. Today we discuss about the topic of waterlogging. What is waterlogging? Generally, the term waterlogging refers to the condition of land or soil in which the water table comes within or very near the root zones, due to which crop yield decreases below the normal yield or the land cannot be used for cultivation. The soil becomes waterlogged when the water fills up all the pore spaces present in the soil profile, and it remains waterlogged when the drainage facility is inadequate or absent. This type of waterlogging is quite common in irrigated agriculture lands and is known as subsurface waterlogging or simply waterlogging according to the FAO in 1973. Waterlogged area are those where soil are temporarily saturated or where the water table is too shallow such that capillary rise of groundwater encroaches upon the root zone and may even reach the soil surface. Moreover, waterlogging also occurs when water is stagnant on the land surface for considerable time due to absence of proper outlet and insignificant infiltration. This type of waterlogging is known as surface waterlogging. Waterlogging classifies according to their working group on problem identification in irrigated areas, constituted by the Ministry of Water Resources, Government of India in 1991. These adopted by the following norms for the identification of waterlogged areas. Waterlogged area when water table within a 2 meter from the land surface. Second one, potential area for waterlog, water table between 2 to 3 meter from the land surface, and safe area when water table below the 3 meter from the land surface. The above categorization does not consider the time of the year or type cropping season in relation to the water table depths and runoff accumulation over the cropland. Crops vary greatly in their rooting depths and subsequently to waterlogging and susceptibility to waterlogging. The dry season crops are more susceptibility to waterlogging than that the wet season crops. Therefore, it will be useful in the if the categorization of waterlogged area is linked with the crop season or time of the year. The common approaches to express the water table depth from the soil surface are pre-monsoon, that is April to May, depth of water table, post-monsoon, that is October, November, depth to the water table, and seasonal, monsoon, winter, or southern summer. Or annual average depth of water table and the sum of the number of days when water table is shallower than the specified depth. Out of these four approaches, the first two are the simplest approaches to express the water table depth from the soil surface. A deep water table at pre-monsoon reduces the chances of soil salinization and ensures successful crop production during monsoon kharif season. A deep water table in the post-monsoon periods helps maintaining timeliness of field operation for the winter season crops. Keeping this fact in view, the following norms are suggested for the classification of different categories of waterlogged area in India and other South Asian countries. Water table is within a 2 meter from a soil surface during pre-monsoon April to May, or water table is within a 1 meter from a soil surface during a post-monsoons. Critical area of waterlog when the water table is between 2 and 3 meter from the soil surface during pre-monsoon and or between 1 and 2 meter during a post-monsoon, it is considered as critical. In a critical area, waterlogging condition may develop within a short period of time if suitable measures are not adopted. Such measures are location specific and may comprise providing a drainage system, land development, and scientific management of irrigation water. Potential area for waterlogging. In monsoon Asia, irrigated area with a water table between 3 and 5 meter during pre-monsoon may be considered as a potential area for waterlogging. What are the impacts of waterlogging? The physical effect of waterlogging are lack of irrigation in the root zones, difficulty in soil workability, and deterioration of soil textures. If the waterlogging prolongs for a considerable time, it produces its chemical effect which is known as soil salinization, means increase of salts in the soil. Both waterlogging and soil salinity adversely affect the growth and yield of crops. The extent of crop damage depends upon the magnitude, duration, and frequency of waterlogged condition and the degree of salinity. Root development of crops grown on a drained and undrained soil are shown in this figure. Here is undrained soils and the physical health of the plants are shown in the image. And this is the drained soil, spring and summer seasons. Subsurface drainage systems is provided and the physical health of the crops are shown in the images. Soil buildup in a soils. Soluble salt in the parent rocks which have weathered to form a soil. Seawater intrusion and high evaporation are the major natural causes for the salinization of agricultural lands. Under a monsoon climate, much of the accumulated salt are washed or leach out during the rainy season. However, high evaporation during remaining dry and hot months in the year draws up the saline groundwater at shallow depths toward the land surface. The salts are left behind after the water evaporates. Furthermore, important anthropogenic causes for salinity development are the use of poor quality water for irrigation and the excess application of irrigation water. Salt problem is major cause of decreasing agriculture production in many of the irrigated areas. Irrigation with a water of a low salinity but with a more dominant anion and migration of sodic salts in arid climate promotes salinity. The main causes of soil salinity and sodicity are alkalinity, that is irrigation mismanagement, poor land leveling, leaving land fallow during dry periods, especially in regions of shallow water table, improper use of heavy machinery resulting in soil compaction, leaching without adequate drainage, and adoption of improper cropping pattern and crop rotations. In irrigated agricultures, scientific management of water and land is the key to avoid waterlogging and salt problems. Here is the image shows that the salt affected soil patch and poor condition of weeds. Salinity is a major problem in many non-irrigated areas, also where cropping is based on the limited rainfall. In rain-fed agriculture, surface drainage is required to prevent waterlogging and flooding of lowlands, which leads to soil salinity hazards. Salinity in dryland area has been a threat to land and water resources in many parts of the world. In rain-fed agriculture lands of coastal areas, seawater intrusion in the main causes of salinization during dry periods. In semi-arid areas of the world, the scarcity and the variability of rainfall and high potential evapotranspiration affect the water and salt balance in the soils. Low humidity, high temperature, and high wind velocity induced upward movement of soil solution, resulting in a high concentration of salt at the land surface and within the root zones. In arid regions, various types of sodium, magnesium, and calcium salts are concentrated, mainly in chloride and sulfate forms. In a less arid regions, sodium salt in the carbonate and bicarbonate forms enhance the formation of sodic soil due to the absorption of sodium in the soil exchange complex. This is about the waterlogging and soil salinity problems. Due to high application of water or high intensity rainfall, waterlog area occurs, and their impacts on the soil aerations on a crop production and productivity of the crops. Also, increase in soil salinity, the nutrient uptake of the crop is decreases due to the production get decreases. Thank you.